What's up, everybody? Beastman here,
And Zeus.
and welcome to Beast and Bro episode 13. We're gonna talk about Lanterns episode 2, our review of it, what we've been reading or watching, and I'm gonna talk about the leaks that happened to GTA 6 and the whole backlash on what was shown in some of the Wolverine gameplay that was revealed since people got to play it early.
And we might watch the G or the do you want to watch the
Can't show all 30 minutes.
what? No, I was gonna say I didn't mean GTA. I meant the Wolverine.
Oh yeah, because it's just clips.
Yeah, just a little like just a couple clips of
Yeah,
the Wolverine game. So that's the one I'm curious about.
yeah.
So
We'll watch some of those.
yeah, I'm a big Wolverine fan,
Yeah.
as you'll learn in a minute.
Um. First, we're just gonna start off with what we've been reading. I'm gonna show that off real quick.
Yeah, I only got one, so I'll start off. But uh, Beastman has a couple of the Wolverine comics, all different versions, not like a full
Yeah.
set of any of them, but he has a couple different versions. But the one that caught my eye the most, and if you've watched any other of me talking about comics, you'll know that I like the old school, like very colorful comics, and this one really caught my eye. It reminds me of the Teen Titans and a lot of the old school like 50s, 60s comics, even though this one's from the 90s.
Yeah, that's by Kim Lee.
Yeah. Um, and what's funny about it is I really like this movie, Encino Man, and it says in the thing, uh, a chillin' new comedy, which is funny because it just shows the age of this particular edition. That it came out in '92, so which means this came out between '91 and '92. For the movie to still be new, so I thought that was cool. But yeah, I'm only about halfway through it. I'm digging it so far though. I'm right at halfway. Uh, yeah, I'm digging it so far. He's going through a metal detector
Airport.
at the airport. He's trying to get to Tokyo, and so he's going through an airport, and they're like, "Hey." They're like, it doesn't make sense how you have so much metal on you. He's like, where are you hiding it? He's like, hiding what? He's like, you have enough metal on you. He's like, you have like 9 pounds of metal on you, which is supposed to like that's enough for like a big gun or grenades. And he was like, no, it's all in my bones. He's like, my bone, and they didn't believe him, and they still tried to not let him on the plane because they said they finally X-rayed his hands. But yeah, it's a whole story, but yeah, so far it's pretty good. I hate the way that they do Gambit's not voice, I guess. Technically it would be his voice, but the way they do the writing for Gambit's kind of weird. Um, if you know a French accent that tries to speak English, then I guess it makes sense. But for me, it just
Cajun accent.
yeah, that Cajun accent it just kind of throws me off a little bit. With the because they try to make it too like make him too Cajun
Yeah.
in the words, like it's hard for my brain to wrap around that. Um, but even though we're so close to Louisiana, I still I don't know I don't have the best like inner monologue in Cajun, so that kind of threw me off. But aside from that, it's so far it's a badass. Um, I can only foreshadow what I'm gonna be getting into with Wolverine and Gambit, and there's another one that's an actual hardcover. I should have brought that one in here to show you,
Yeah.
but it's a hardcover one of Wolverine and Gambit, and that one I can only tell it's gonna be a whole bunch of Cajun and that shit. So I don't know if I'm looking forward to that one.
Did you read all that one?
No, yeah, I'm only halfway through it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I'm halfway through. So, but so far it's good. I got distracted. I got ADHD out the ass, so it's hard for me to like sit down and read unless I'm really in the mood. But I did want to jump into this one because I love this style of comics. Man, that all the colors and the way that they write their stories is a little bit more. I don't want to say more gritty than now because it's not really, but it just there's something about these ones that just has I follow the story a lot easier with these ones. I mean, you can't get over that right there. Oh, where's he at? Yeah, right there. Like, man, just look at that. The detail And y'all have seen me in the last couple of them wearing a cowboy hat. And he's wearing a cowboy.
Yeah.
It's awesome. So.
Yeah. I was reading. Got a chance to read the Scott Snyder's version of Justice League, which is like this is actually the beginning of a new era of a story that he did. The one before this was called Death Metal, which was how like has some type of Joker, wearing like some type of Batman costume, but like all cursed and stuff. And this one is about like some type of multiverse threat, something about the Anti Monitor, about a comet that's coming to destroy a part of their Earth, and the Justice League has to try and stop it. I only have the fourth story of it, but each book focuses on a different type of story, which the fourth one that I have has the Justice League going to a different kind of Earth where everything seems perfect when it's really not. And today I just got the complete volume of The Darkness, so I don't have to buy the rest of the issues, which I probably will in the future, but just to have it as a collectible. But yeah, that shipping can get pretty pricey, which is why I got this instead. The whole volume, which it contains at least 8 issues, because one of them is actually a one-shot story of the Darkness versus the Angelus Army. So yeah, that's basically what I've been reading. And with that said, we're gonna get to our thoughts on episode 2 of Lanterns.
Oh yeah.
Um, Starts off with um oh I know it. Starts off with John Stewart when you see him sleeping in his bed. Um, and then Hal Jordan, which I don't know how John didn't hear him walk in. He just Hal just comes in and dumps a bucket of water over John to get him awake. He wants to start training John. Um, Hal gives him the ring for a moment. He says, "How about you just fly?" How is the key to flying is to like, or to use the ring, and how to fly is to imagine yourself flying. Like how I used to fly is because my whole background was me being an ace pilot, and so I imagine that, but going in like into my mind and core and in my willpower. So I just do it, and the ring makes my body do it. And so John tries it, and it doesn't work. And instead, he just creates a bird. Now, like, and Hal's like,
Yeah.
really? That's all I can come up with. But he's kind of impressed, is because it's like a more detailed type of bird, which is a part of the comics. Because in the comics, John, like his constructs are a bit more detailed and lifelike, and some can have more sentient life, which is I think it was in John it's called a War Journal, where John Stewart, he was taking care of his mother that has Alzheimer's, but John's daughter passed away. Uh, she was like real young. It was either his daughter or his like baby sister. But anyway, he was able to create his sister, and
Oh, the comics.
yeah, in,
Oh, right on. I didn't know that.
in the War Journal comic, he was able to create his sister or daughter, and to actually help his mother like help her deal with her Alzheimer's. So I thought that was pretty cool. But
pretty
with
cool.
that version, he can actually forge his own ring. He created his own ring. So, but within the show, uh, it kind of like rushes everything because he doesn't have his own ring yet, and he created it using Hal's ring, which would be completely different because it would be within like within Hal's design. And then there's like this bird that still follows him, and even though he has his ring up, well, he has Hal's ring, but the ring is not with him anymore. And you want to talk about some other things that happen?
Yeah. Without giving too much away, I'll try not to give too much away, but
No, that's fine. It's just small stuff.
No. You didn't give it. I'm saying I'm gonna try to elaborate on what happened
Yeah.
without giving too much away.
Yeah.
Uh, the overall seeing. I think it shows John's character a little bit more. Uh, the bird in particular kind of shows more of like a human side of John, because John just has like a robotic, like he just seems more like
He's still a bit stale in his character.
his character is stale. That
Yeah.
is a given. But with the bird, you do see a resemblance of something there. You know what I mean? Like it's not just full on, just like full army all the time. Or full like military minded and just like stale. Now his character still is stale, but it gives him like a depth to the character, which is cool. And when you watch the show, you'll see more about what I mean by that. I don't want to give too much away, but um, the bird shows a depth, like
Mm-hmm.
a depth of character, to kind of round out the character a little bit. Now it's going to take more episodes of them kind of like rounding out the character for
I
him
mean,
to.
they got 6 left.
Well, I mean, yeah, there's six left, but there's a lot that can happen in an hour, and
Yeah.
they're anywhere between 45 minutes to an hour long.
Yeah.
Not quite an hour, but not quite as short as 45 minutes. Um, so they have a lot to work with, and if it does good, then it'll be good that it's slow. If the show proceeds to do very good, then they'll probably make multiple seasons. Hopefully we can get 5, 6, 7 seasons out of it, maybe.
No,
um
I don't think it'll be that long.
well, I mean, it could be,
I don't think. I
for
don't think.
at least 3 or 4, at the very least 3 or 4 seasons, hopefully, because I mean, there's a lot to iron out, and the show does go very slow. It
Mm-hmm.
is very very, like each scene lasts a long time, like so they try to condense a lot into each scene, but it's um I don't know, they take their time with the show, which like kind of drags it out, which I feel like they're gonna, if they do good and people actually watch it, which not for the sake of the show, but for the sake of seeing what they do with it. I hope that people watch it and that it continues to unfold and get more seasons, because I mean, if it has potential. Let's just say that it has a potential. Yes, for snobs like this one, it they see it in a different way. But for me, I'm looking at it. I'm a big movie and show snob, so for me, I'm looking at it for the production value and the way that it looks on screen and the way that the characters progress and things like that. For Beastman, it's more of how does it relate to the actual comic, which I think is good that we have that yin and yang.
Yeah.
You know, and me and Beastman are very yin and
Mm-hmm.
yang. We're completely different people. We think about things completely different. So, in the long run, though, I do think that if they continue to drag out the story, then I really do hope that it ends up in more seasons. And because we don't really know much about Hal still.
Yeah.
Like Hal is still kind of a mystery at this point. He's still just an asshole.
Yeah.
Like
There's
that's
like.
his whole character, is just being an asshole.
Yeah. There's no story of how he became
Yeah,
how he is.
there's no like past love interest that it shows. There's no, maybe there's a future love interest that we, maybe, but we're not going to talk about that, potentially. But it just, there's not anything that, like, there's no introduction to his past or how he was, or anything. So, and it doesn't even really go that deep into John's past. It really was just that first episode that kind of like, barely touched on like how he became obsessed with the ring, not the ring, but like Hal Jordan. Um, so we'll see.
Basically, how it became a role model.
Yeah, it's like how he, not obsessed, but yeah, it's how he became his role model.
Yeah.
Is really the, like, it only really showed that one scene of him being a kid. So,
Yeah.
but it seems to, even though it follows both of them, I think it follows John a little bit more. I think
Mm-hmm.
John is like the key, like, subject in the show, which is
And
good.
I think episode 3 is going to explore more of his past also.
Let's hope so. I mean, I'd like to see it. I think that people have seen so much about Hal Jordan, because of the comics and everything, that the show is trying to take it in a different way and show you more of Jon Stewart instead of Hal, making Jon Stewart the main character. But at the same time, if you're gonna change everything, then we need to get to know the character that you're changing them into.
Yeah.
I know it sounds stupid, but if you're changing the core character, then a lot of the things that you're going to change are going to be things that you're changing from the originals. And so you're almost creating like a new sub character, if that
Yeah.
makes sense. And if you're going to do that, you need to elaborate on the new character, because we don't know what you're choosing to change or not until you show us, you know. So, but that's kind of my 2 cents on the subject of, the character development side. But production wise, it seems like a great show. It seems like it has very well potential. It has really good potential, and hopefully in the subsequent episodes they bring in um, more of the like outer space kind of, because right now for the most part it's mostly just on planet Earth,
Mm-hmm.
and I would really like, it's pretty much all just planet Earth. So I'd really
Well,
like to
at
see
the
them.
very end, they teased it.
Yeah, they give you a little teaser, like a very minimal teaser, but
Yeah.
I would like to see them bring it outside of Earth. Keep it still grounded, make it, but you can keep things grounded and still bring in other attributes of the original, if that makes sense. But
Yeah.
I'm gonna start waffling on.
Um, I would say my problems are besides the changing the of how the ring works and stuff. I would just say like on a budget type of level, there are some things that they could have done at least more of, besides the very end of what they teased. I don't like how about like it shows in one of the trailers that Sinestro appears, which I'm not gonna say in what episode. Um, but of how they show Sinestro, a film looking almost comic accurate, like with the pointy ears, the wide widow's peak, the furrowed eyebrows, the thin mustache, and the red skin. Um, I would like them to at least have other characters like that to represent that they are an alien instead of having like all the aliens disguised as humans. Because I do think they can use practical effects for that,
Mm-hmm.
because it'd be like very cheap. And there's also there's one certain scene with Jon Stewart. He's meeting with a group of people, and something happens like with their backstory, and they show John, but it doesn't actually show what happened to their group. It's just showing John in pain,
Yeah,
but it
it just
doesn't show
shows John
anything.
reacting to what they're showing him. It doesn't show what they're
Yeah,
actually showing him. That did kind of piss me off a little
yeah.
bit now that I think about it. I didn't think about that. Yeah.
And there's this one moment with I was like detecting going through the football field. He's testing around like the metal detector, and for some reason he grabs the grill of a car, even though it's like mainly plastic, and even though he has
The ring.
a tire iron and it's made of metal,
Mm.
and he realizes the metal detector doesn't work, so he grabs a grill instead,
Yeah.
even though it's made of plastic,
I
and he
didn't.
like tries to like shove it or like go through the metal detector, even though he has a tire iron in his head.
I
I
didn't
mean,
get
in his
that part.
hand.
Yeah, that didn't make sense to me. That writing was kind of fucking stupid.
Yeah,
Because if anything, you could have just put the crowbar through it.
yeah,
It. I don't. Now maybe. Now I don't. I don't really know a way to justify it. There's not
yeah,
really a way to. That writing was kind of bad.
yeah. And he grabs 4 dead bodies.
Well,
It's,
that was.
yeah, he didn't need to grab 4 of them though. Could have
Well,
just grabbed the one.
but he's trying to test it. He wanted to make sure.
Yeah, but all 4 of them,
Well, yeah. I mean,
and
if
sitting up in his car without them being covered, out in broad daylight.
yeah, that,
Just
yeah.
sitting up, like, hey, I got a passenger here. I got like 3 others in the back seat. I got one sitting right beside me.
Yeah, and not to mention the cock. We didn't need to see all that.
Yeah.
But yeah, yeah. So there are some.
Yeah.
I think that was more just for comedic reasons, like a comedic relief kind of thing. I don't know, but there wasn't really point for all four bodies, I guess. But and you'll see when you watch the show, you'll
Yeah.
see why he uses them or like what he does with them. We won't give that part away, but
Yeah.
yeah, it is a very funny scene. Um, yeah. So, but no, yeah, there are some things that the writing is a little like a little fucked up.
Yeah.
um,
There is a while John is at a house or mansion, um, Hal has a certain pet, some type of plant, earth, some type of alien plant as a pet, which is uh kind of comic accurate, except it's a new species, which Hal did have a companion that he traveled around with. His name was Itty, I think, Itty, but it was a starfish companion that he would travel with, and not an actual alien plant. But when he was getting there was a meat in the fridge. Um, I think there were some other names that I couldn't quite specify. So I think that's basically where all the Earth lanterns gather up. I think that's where they meet up because there's multiple Green Lantern suits
mhm.
in the closet.
Yeah, that threw me off a little bit. I thought that, well, okay, I can't say I thought because in the originals, the ring makes the suit.
Yeah,
So if the ring makes the suit, then and then in this one there are multiple suits. It leads you to believe that it's like either they're suits of other, um,
other lanterns.
yeah, other lanterns, or each generation, because uh he was a lantern for years,
Yeah,
and that's proven because I mean John Stewart's a grown man now, and he was a kid when he saw Hal on the TV. So either he gets one every fucking 5 years, well, it'd probably be like every 10 years actually, but he gets a new suit every 10 years, and it's just like an ongoing thing, which to me doesn't make sense. I hope they do something with that because that doesn't make sense to me at all. And then for John, well, no, that's gonna ruin it. Let me not say that. But yeah, it just that didn't make sense to me. Why they'd have that many different suits when the originals, the ring creates the suit when you put the ring on it. Like,
well, that was actually a retcon because in the original with the I think in the '60s with Alan Scott, he did have his own suit,
oh, did
and
he?
then they changed it for to make it more modernized to where the ring is actually the one that makes the suit.
Okay, so they brought it back to the original. I guess I can applaud them for bringing something back to originals. That's
Yeah.
good, but I didn't know that. Excuse my ignorance. But it's still, yeah, I would like,
They just mix things up between eras though.
which is cool. I mean, they're putting the best of each era, but it can get a little confusing.
Yeah, they're trying to mix things up, which is kind of stupid because you're trying to stay consistent and then non-consistent at the same time. You're trying to be you're basically just being inconsistent because you're just picking and choosing what you want from the comics
Yeah,
basically, and
but
then on top of that, you're making some stuff up
so
on
you're,
your own.
yeah, picking, choosing, and then creating your own shit.
Yeah,
It's just kind of, you know, kicking the ball all around. It's like a ping pong ball.
yeah.
Not a ping pong. What is that?
Tennis ball.
No, that little thing where you play with you pull the ball and it goes up and ding 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 ding. Ding. It hits all the little spots. What's that called?
Ski ball.
It doesn't fucking matter. Pinball. It's like
Oh,
pinball.
pinball.
The
Yeah.
the ball just jumps around. There's no real like, yeah, there's no real sequence to where the ball goes. So it
Yeah.
just kind of gets all, it's all over the place is really what
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying to say. Yeah. I apologize. I'm texting my mother.
Yeah. Overall, I think it's still a bit of a mess, and only some things are solved, and it does the same thing as the last episode, is where it just keeps setting up for more to come. That wants you to keep watching. It still leaves some questions unanswered.
Which is good.
Yeah, well, at to a certain extent, though.
Well, as long as they hash out what you're, like what they're leaving out, what, like what they're making you. they're kind of keeping you in the dark on some things.
Mm-hmm.
So it'd be nice if they hashed those things out
Yeah.
before the end of this fucking season, because the way it's going so slow, I feel like they're just gonna keep you on a nasty cliffhanger,
Yeah.
and I don't like that shit. A small one, fine, keeps you engaged, makes you want to wait for the next season, but they better not overdo it. And the way it's going, it seems like they're gonna overdo it.
Yeah.
And then if they get canceled, then it's gonna piss you off even more.
For this episode, I would just say it was like a little bit better, just like slightly a little bit better than the first episode. And I just thought it was just semi better. What do you think?
Yeah, there was definitely a lot more going on.
Yeah.
The first two episodes just kind of boring.
This is this is the second one.
Oh, this second. Well, the first episode, yeah, it was. I'm sorry, I thought this was the third one for some reason.
No.
Yeah, the first one's kind of boring. There wasn't much going on. Um,
Yeah, until like the very end.
yeah, exactly. Well,
almost like what happens here.
yeah, but this one did have a lot more going for it. Like it did. It kind of it progressed a lot better than the first one. Let's say that.
Yeah, especially with John.
Yeah, with John and with the just the story itself, like not even just the story, but like the uh the things that happen. Like it was a lot. It was a little bit faster paced. It showed you everything. You know, kind of like gave you more to work with and more to like entertain you
Yeah,
and like bring you into the show.
Yeah, because John had his own thing going on, and then Hal had his own thing going on.
Yeah.
They were like away from each other, actually doing their own separate thing.
And even aside from them doing their own separate thing, it's still like there was just more. Like he was saying, like with the bird and the dead bodies, and you know what I'm saying. Like, and then it gives you like another piece of the story also, which you'll have to clue in and find out.
Yeah.
It gives you another piece of the story, which like expands it and like kind of makes you think like maybe the third episode is gonna be even better. So it's good. It gives you something to look forward to. But yeah, I think this one was quite a bit better just because it gives you something like it's starting to unfurl the story a little further, you know, instead of just being kind of bland in the first episode. Yeah. If they did pilot episodes like they used to, it probably wouldn't have made it because, yeah.
Well, they did do a pilot. That was the first one.
But back in the day, pilot episode was you put one out for everybody to watch, and if they don't get what they want from it, then they take it and they just delete the show. This one, they give you the pilot episode is just the first episode. It's not really technically a pilot like the old days were. But anyway.
Yeah, because last time, like in the old days, they would just literally just put one episode out and not have any of them. Whereas now they already have all the episodes right now, and then they just release it like either weekly or sometimes just they just put them all out.
So regardless, you're getting a whole season whether you want it or not.
Yeah.
But back then they would create one episode, show a lot of people, and the public would pretty much say, but then back then they were weekly writing. They were creating a new episode every week.
Yeah.
Now they create the whole season all in one shot, and then if the season does good, it's pretty much like a pilot season instead of a pilot episode. Yeah. That's kind of how things are done now. So, but it's a good thing that they do it like that because a lot of shows got canceled that could have been great just because they didn't like the first episode. So, but I don't know. I don't want to get in a soapbox about that bullshit.
And with that, we're gonna talk about what one of their creators said.
Creators of
Lanterns.
Oh, okay.
The lead guy, not that one. Damon Lindelof. Yes. There we go. All right. Zoom in just a bit. There we go. There we go. Lantern showrunner David Lindelof on changes he made to the Green Lantern property. He said, "We all just have to acknowledge that there's a level of hubris involved in taking on any of this pre-existing IP, but it is called adaptation. Source material is supposed to change and evolve by definition, as a consumer and as someone who's making this stuff, there's almost a responsibility to take risks. I don't think anybody wants to see you be completely and totally vigilant to the source material because it isn't an adaptation at all.
So basically, he's saying, "Get off my ass. I'm creating my own shit. Don't tell me to make it all perfect and one to one to the originals." That's pretty much what he's saying.
Yeah.
Because a lot of people apparently don't like the fact that he's taking too many liberties with the show.
Yeah.
They wanted something more one, not quite one to one, but a lot closer to the original story than the shit that he's making now. That's what he's saying. Pretty much, get off my ass. We're doing it our own way.
Yeah, shouldn't we be beyond this conversation by now? No. There is a fundamental grumbling and annoyance that we're still telling the same stories over and over again, but at the same time, we're hungry for something new, and because we don't want to resolve or acknowledge that paradox in ourselves, we throw it onto the culture. It manifests itself in the conversations about whether or not Odysseus is having enough sex. Okay.
See, that last comment
That was
was him
stupid.
throwing out something to make himself seem like he knows what the fuck he's talking about.
Is Lindelof dismissing fans annoyed by changes or a property a good thing for the show? We're not asking for them to be like going 1-to-1. We just want them to respect the material that they're adapting. That's it.
Yeah, and then when the fans give you critiques, don't lash out and be like, "Now we're doing it our own way."
Yeah.
You know, like he even called it an annoyance. Like you're telling the fans that they're annoying you for telling you that you're not respecting the source material. You know what I mean? Like you don't, like B said, you don't have to go perfect. It doesn't have to be perfect. You know, you can take some liberties, but you're changing the entire fucking story.
Yeah.
You're changing the whole entire characters. You know what I'm saying? Like people are gonna get upset about that, and you can get, you know what I'm saying, like just because you're annoyed with it, you think you're annoyed. Yeah, look at the people who are fucking like watching it that are annoyed. Like you think you're annoyed because people are coming at you. They're annoyed because they're seeing you fuck up characters that everybody already loves and knows. You know, like if you want to create something new, create something fucking new.
Yeah, call it something else.
Exactly.
Also.
Well, that's the thing. Like call it, like create something new. If you know what I'm saying, if you want to like, there's a whole lot of stuff that resembles Spider-Man, but do they all call that shit Spider-Man? No.
Exactly.
Well, I mean, they took a lot of liberties with Spider-Man too, but that's not the point. Okay. You know, there's a lot
the
of
Spider-Man 2 game. They took a lot of liberties.
yeah, but well, what I'm saying is, in the grand scheme of things, is there's a lot of other newer characters that are newer, like superheroes and stuff, that kind of pick and choose from other characters, but they call it something different. They're not disgracing the original source. You know, they're not saying like, oh yeah, this is Spider-Man, and then take all the other attributes from all these other people and put it into fucking Spider-Man and just call that shit Spider-Man.
Yeah.
They call it something else, you know? And if people like it or they love it, then that's fine. If they don't like it, then that's fine. But at least you created something new. You know, don't try to use what everybody already loves. Make it your own and try to hawk the shit to make money. That's what they're doing, essentially.
Yeah, which is why I still have problems with the lanterns, despite I know what it's trying to do. It's just that it has like trouble trying to do one thing over another. Like it has like a balancing problem of what it's trying to do, because it's trying to be a true detective type of grounded story, and yet it's trying to be a Green Lantern's type of story, like with Green Lantern elements, but not going the whole cosmic and tone of what Green Lantern is about.
Yeah. It's definitely, you can definitely do both, but they're choosing to lean more into one and not do both.
Exactly.
You know, they're messing up a story that's already been told and trying to turn it into something else that it's not. Now you could use the original story and make it what you want, but you're not doing that.
Yeah.
You know, and that's what's pissing people off, and you're calling them annoying for telling you it because you're pissed off that they don't like what you're making. You know, you can't shit in a box and give it to somebody as a present and expect them to fucking like it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's just not, that's not how it works. And then you get pissed off that they're mad that you shit in a box and gave it to them as a present. now you're annoyed by it. It's not how this shit works.
There's also one. Where is it? So of how he's saying like he's having trouble doing that, and yet where was it? Oh yeah, right here. Yeah, anime does it all the time. So like right here, um, adaptation of other products when it comes to games, animation, and sometimes cinema. Remember that not long ago built Demon Slayer and My Hero Academia, beating the shit out of Western media like a pimp to the hell that owes him money.
That was pretty funny.
Yeah, because yeah, like My Hero Academia, and Demon Slayer, which are both manga, and then they have their anime and movie adaptations that are very close to the source material.
Dude, they're almost 1-to-1.
Exactly.
If you watch Demon Slayer and read the books, you can almost keep up with the books and the show itself.
Yeah.
The same thing with what's the My Spy or whatever that's called? What is that called?
Spy Family.
Yeah, Spy Family. Same thing with that. I've watched the anime and I've read the first 2 books. They go pretty fucking close to each other.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like he's trying to latch on to straws at this point.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He's trying to grab at straws, trying to make himself look better when he literally just proved the point that he could have done what the anime did. You know what I'm saying? Like he literally just proved his point that they did it correctly and I fucked it up. But now I'm trying to say that they fucked it up and I'm doing it right. That's how you know he's up against the wall. You know, he's in a prison cell and there's a big black guy trying to fuck him in the ass, and he's up against the wall and he's scared. That
Yeah, and what?
Nothing.
Oh, and apparently James Gunn has a problem with Damon Lindelof also, saying that he's a scam artist and a liar with no integrity. Lindelof is close to Satan in my book because of the end of Lost. He's the Uri Geller of storytellers, a total scam artist with no integrity whatsoever, and a liar. Okay.
Well, I'm glad somebody sees it.
Which I would kind of say the same about James Gunn himself, except not for the other parts, but for the liar part. Because in 2003, his whole slate of Gods and Monsters just went completely like out of order, and everything is on hold now because the whole Paramount merger, and now he's canceling the shows, and his stuff is being on hold, like Batman, Wonder Woman, and all the main trinity besides Superman. Those projects are being on hold for his DC Universe stuff. So yeah. And the next news we're going to talk about, it's video game related.
Oh yeah, this is what I like.
It is about the new Wolverine game, which is getting some backlash. Which of course they're using this is suit from the Giant X-Men, which was Wolverine's classic suit, and apparently it's a deluxe pre-order skin suit. Which looks kind of off-white in game, but in the comics it looks a bit better.
Yeah, I like I personally like the X-Men when Hugh Jackman's version, where not Deadpool version of Hugh Jackman, because that's just that. Technically, but I like
that's more like oh, where is it? More like that.
Yeah,
it's like they took that one from the movie. That's fine. I'm not.
Well, no, that's what they did with the movie though. They brought back the '80s kind of. I mean, that's a little bit more new style opposed to the '80s, but it still keeps that same kind of. I'm not a big fan of that suit. The yellow and blacks. I mean, it looks badass because it makes him look like a superhero. But I fell in love with. That sounds gay. I really liked Logan in the movies because he wasn't like some pretentious twat trying to dress up in fucking spandex and go kick people's asses. He just dressed like a normal fucking dude that, you know what I'm saying?
Like he's part of the X-Men. That's why he wore it.
Well, I know.
When he wasn't a part of them, then he just wear normal clothes.
Well, yeah, I know, but that's what made me that's what kind of like the badass who just kind of doesn't like fall into your bullshit.
Yeah.
Kind of that's the Wolverine that I see is Logan. I don't see Wolverine, I see Logan. You know what I'm saying? And when I see Logan, that's what, you know, of course everybody loves. I mean, he does look cool in the suit sometimes. I'm not gonna lie. It does. You know, like when they pulled him into Deadpool, that '80s suit actually did look good. They did that very tastefully. But when I see Wolverine, I see Logan and how Logan just dresses like he like kind of like Billy the Butcher almost. Like he kind of it's kind of like close to each other. If Billy the Butcher had some kind of fucking superpowers, I feel like he would be, you know, like a British version of uh Wolverine, you know. So and now in the cartoons though, or like in the animated, whatever you want to call it, in the X-Men cartoons or Wolverine cartoons, I did like the like how they did it. It looked pretty badass. But we'll see how the game translates if, you know. And speaking of the game, hopefully by next year I should have a PS5. Let's hope. I don't know. Yeah, because that shit's expensive. And unless y'all start watching this shit more and making me some money, then I ain't getting it. But um, yeah, I would like to. I would like to play the game because I'm a huge Wolverine fan. He's been my favorite, one of my favorite characters in all of superheroes. Um, so I would like to see uh more of Wolverine, and they come out with a game. So you can't get closer to Wolverine than actually playing as him. So that's cool.
Where's the gameplay at?
What?
What?
Oh, nothing. Reese Witherspoon.
Oh.
Yeah, she's hot. She's like a young Dolly Parton. Rest in peace, Dolly Parton, by the way.
Yeah. And Tim Curry and recently Peter Cullen today.
Yep. No more Optimus Prime.
Like
See,
some gameplay of it. I mean, it's just some of it. Just 5 minutes.
yeah, but see how fucking awesome that looks? And him just like in his regular, like, dude, when it gets colder, you'll see me in a cowboy hat looks just like that. Is that Saber?
Yeah.
Yeah, Saber Tooth looks kind of corny. Kind of looks like Thor, but a little bit bigger. See, he even runs like the fucking movies. That's fucking badass.
And some running sequence, I think. It's just running away from bullets. Maybe different.
Well, he's getting shot.
Well, I know that. It's just like it showed like one sequence. It might show it on here where he's just running away from them. That's about it. But I think there is a moment in this one where they do the Weapon X project system, but he's just wearing that armored suit, which he doesn't really wear an armored suit.
Armored suit?
Yeah, well, it's all shot off now, but um, he just wears an armored suit during the Weapon X program, which makes no sense.
Oh, he just yeah, it didn't make sense how he just got up
Yeah,
and it
that
just no, it sprang back on him. If you go back,
what?
literally while he was laying on the ground, all cut up and look, go back like a couple seconds. Look right there, he's all torn up. He has no clothes on, nothing, right? And then
Yeah, I
watch.
know that is because he starts healing. I'm talking about before.
No, watch. He heals now. All of a sudden, he's got a suit back on.
No, I'm talking about like during the whole
Well, I
Weapon
just
X
thought that
pro.
was stupid. It just how he just all of a sudden has the top armor back on because he
Yeah,
healed.
that is stupid.
That was
Cause,
fucking retarded.
in the original X-Men Origins Wolverine game, it would go over time. You would heal over time. Like his clothes would heal and his muscles and stuff. You can actually see like his muscle
Yeah.
and his tissues and stuff like actually healing like throughout the game without pressing a button, which is pretty stupid.
Yeah.
But yeah, I thought that was pretty stupid. How he's just in like this all tactical suit. Of course, I think that's supposed to be Mr. Sinister or Doctor Sinister or something like that. And that's another thing I don't like about these games now is like they use the actual actors as the in-game models now, which I think is pretty stupid. Like Like that one, that's the actual actor. What the actual actor looks like for Wolverine, and that's Troy Baker, which is another voice actor. Um, I just want them to use actual normal, like original character designs instead
Yeah,
of using the faces of actual actors.
yeah, they did that with the Star Wars game Fallen Jedi.
Yep.
Yeah, they used the actual actor.
Yeah. Cameron Monaghan.
Yeah, the kid who played Joker.
Yeah.
In the
Gotham.
yeah, in Gotham. It's just like, yeah, a lot of them are adapting that same kind of thing where they
Oh, yeah,
use
this is
the
where. Oh, whoops.
yeah, a lot of them are using that same thing where they use the face of the actor instead of just coming up with their own. Which I actually kind of like that. I mean, I know you don't, but I think it's kind of cool.
No, it just breaks the immersion
I think it makes it more
because that.
immersive.
Huh?
I think it makes it. I mean, personally, I think it
Well,
makes
when
it.
the actor's face is everywhere.
What do you? Oh well. I mean, but it's just like a character in a. Oh yeah, but if you're watching a movie, you're not immersed in the movie. You're immersed in a video. Yeah, I get you.
Yeah, and when you see the actor everywhere, when in a game you're supposed to like escape from reality, escape from realism,
Yeah,
and then you see the actor's face pop up everywhere and like as that character, which makes sense for the X Men Origins Wolverine game because it's based off of the movie,
yeah,
which makes more sense. But having a original character and having an actor's face behind it, doesn't really make any sense because you're not making a original concept design for Wolverine himself.
yeah.
You're just basing it off of a already existing actor.
Now, if it's an actor you don't know, then you'd
This
never
one
know.
has been like getting some um, backlash because it's just a simple fight with a Sentinel, which has the same boss mechanics as every other game, where it's just a giant boss Aminal and he's just slamming fists down, which I say wouldn't make sense with Wolverine because he can just climb on him, which I'm about to show you that he doesn't do it. He just attacks the arm and that's it, and that's the fight basically. And then he'll shoot lasers. But yeah, that's just generic. I don't know if that's an intro boss or anything, which doesn't seem like it because he has his suit on compared to the beginning, which he has his more tactical suit when he was being experimented on and escaping the Weapon X program. So this might be in a middle stage type of story campaign boss fight, but I just think it's pretty stupid how it's just simple generic like that. I don't mind the combat though.
Yeah, the
I
combat
think
reminds me of like Batman, kind of. It's like Batman mixed with Superman or fucking Spider Man.
yeah.
Has like a little bit of that mix, like the Arkham Asylum mixed with like a little bit of the Arkham mixed with a little bit of the Spider Man. Mostly the Spider Man
Well, they
combat.
are the same developers.
Yeah, it does have a lot of that same Spider Man combat kind of feeling, with just a tiny bit of the Arkham feeling. Um, but I didn't play Arkham. I've just watched you play a lot of it. But yeah, that is mostly just that Spider Man. The first one. I haven't played the second. No, did I play the second one? No, it's on
The second
PS5.
one on PS5 only, yeah.
Yeah, so I didn't play the second one. When I get a PS5 though, tune in. If y'all like me here, then I'll start streaming. But you gotta let me know if you want to watch me do streams for games, because I suck ass, which actually might make you want to watch it even more. Because I suck ass at games, I rage out. So y'all might like that. And I cuss a lot. Beastman's too scared to drop f bombs when he's streaming because it doesn't get you as much. But
No, I still say it.
but I rage the fuck out and I cuss a lot. So
I just try to avoid it as much as I can. That's about it.
oh, I only avoid it for this because of him. So
Yeah, because at the beginning, when I was streaming, there's like mainly kids just watching me.
uh, them kids.
And plus, I was playing Animal Crossing and
Oh
Mario
God.
Kart and stuff like that.
Yeah, but they get you more views at the to like build up your viewership. So
Yeah.
yeah, but I like um kind of games like this is cool. Like I play Spider Man 2, this GTA 6 whenever because it'll already be out by the time I get a PS5. So I'll play a lot of GTA 6 most likely. Hell Let Loose. I'll probably play quite a bit of. So if you like those kind of things and you want to watch me play them, then
It was pretty strange, pretty pretty stupid.
I like young adult lesbians. Not too young, but
That's a new one. That's narrative director though. Oh, I think that's her, Mary Jenny. I think that was her, the one that wrote those novels. Oh no, that's different. Someone different.
she looks like a young adult lesbian.
No, it was a big black woman.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
That's not what I
Oh,
expected.
there it is, right there.
Brittany Morris.
Yeah. Yep, that's her. Author of Slay. Costume knowing of The Jump is written video game narrative. Yep. Has written video game narrative for Sonic Spider-Man 2, PlayStation 5, and then Subnautica. And I know she did, she worked on Wolverine also. But, yeah, not really.
Well, I mean, just because what she writes doesn't mean it doesn't have to directly affect what She can have her own little writing style, but also maybe it works with not like gay lesbians and Wolverine, but maybe she has a wide range of knowledge on how to like what I'm saying. Maybe I don't know. I mean, it doesn't look Wolverine doesn't look very gay, so
Well,
so far. I mean,
you
maybe
never know what that relationship between him and Sabretooth might have.
Oh god, Sabretooth really gonna sink his teeth into this one.
Sabretooth might go into that adamantium rod.
Oh my god. Put one of those in me, Splat.
Yeah.
Adamantium rod. That was a good one.
Yeah,
See, he's already throwing him up against the wall. Give it to me, Logan. Put that sexy little suit on, bitch. Give me that metal rod. It's funny because you can't hear anything. You know what I'm going to do to you later? No, tell me.
We're keeping that rod open. I'm gonna rip it out of you. I'm gonna rip out that rod.
Oh yeah. Better hope that zipper's just as strong as the metal in your bones, boy.
Alright, on to
Yeah,
GTA 6 now.
Yeah.
Oh, this guy has done stuff. Is either this one or the Intel guy?
Yeah.
Talk about the leak stuff.
Oh yeah. Excuse me. Sorry, I yawn a lot. It's not because I'm tired or anything like that. I just it's a side effect of the blood pressure medication, I think. So don't think I'm just like tired, don't want to talk to y'all. But so there was a lot of leak or a lot of information on this guy who was leaking.
Literally named Cyber Leak.
Yeah, Cyber Leak.
Like the vegetable LEEK.
Yeah, so he was supposedly, not supposedly, he leaked a bunch of things. Like a couple hours of like the beginning, like the unfinished game. He had got a hold of it. He's got some kind of like hacker.
It was a build from last year.
Yeah, he got the build from last year and started playing it before it's finished, obviously, and leaked the game, like leaked some footage of like gameplay, and pretty much threatened Rockstar, saying that, hey, if you come after me, if you figure out who I am first, you have to figure me out. If you do figure me out and you and you take any actions, as in like arresting me or trying to press charges, he's like, I'll leak the entire game to the world before you, and you won't get the money off of it. Which is kind of stupid because they can just pull it, like they can pull the leak. So people barely get to play it. They can go pull the leak. They can shut it down, because PlayStation is controlled so heavily by corporations that they just control it. Anyway, so but there is speculation that that the hacker is not that CyberLeak um is not actually real, and that he was doing all of that as a pretty much a publicity stunt to try to like hype, because it's about to come out. So he
Yeah.
hyped it up. He was trying to hype up like, hey, look, like it was kind of like showing you an inside from the insider of all insiders, you know, kind of like making you like kind of hyped up, like, oh, dude, it's such a good game that this leaker, fuck, you know, all that shit. So, excuse the dogs barking. There's somebody here,
Yeah,
but
CyberLeak. Leaks and crypto scheme. A hacking entity or group calling themselves CyberLink began a daily stream of high-profile Grand Theft Auto 6 leaks. Unlike traditional leakers, CyberLink used the highly anticipated footage to aggressively promote a cryptocurrency token. Hacker essentially restricted access to stolen gameplay clips, demanding that the community increase the trading volume of a specific cryptocurrency to unlock more videos. For instance, a clip showcasing complex interior environments was released only after a certain market goals were met. Reports indicate that CyberLeak has since moved to approximately 250,000 in transaction fees before seemingly halting the leaks. Now, Zeus here, he thinks this was all a PR marketing
scheme.
yeah, to hype up everybody for the
Yeah.
reveal.
I mean, yes, it has been 13 years in the making, and yes, they are getting. But see, that's the thing. They're starting to get close, and them getting so close, I feel like it was just something to like hype it up, because a lot of people know that it is only for PS5. So for a lot of us, like myself, not Beastman here, but for myself, I don't have a PS5.
And Xbox.
Yeah, I don't have a PS5, nor do I have an Xbox, the newest Xbox. So I'm not an X crack user, but um, yeah. So because of that, I feel like the leak was. I mean, think about when it came out. The link came out uh somewhat close to before the game was supposed to be leaked at, or like supposed to be
Revealed.
yeah, revealed. And so it's a pre-reveal from, that's what I feel like, because nobody knows who the hackers are. Well, I mean, you're not really gonna know who the hackers are, I guess, because they're. But anyway, I'm sure that Rockstar has its own share of illegal hackers. Everybody that works in cyber, like anything like cyber related, is gonna have hackers. Um, but I feel like it was just a big stunt to try to widen the game's broad view, and because it was kind of close but not super close, but in the last year, um, that it would show you clips promoting it enough to get people who don't have PS5s and all that, enough to get them to get the PS5 so that they can buy the game, because it all helps in the long run. You know what I'm saying? So I do feel like it was just a big stunt. Now I could be wrong. I'm not. Yeah. Damn, son, are you blind?
No.
Well, I could be wrong, but I do think that it has something. I think they are working together.
Yeah. Just want to zoom in just a little bit.
Man, didn't you go to school for this shit?
Here. This was Rockstar's response to the leaks that were happening. Dear all, we know that many of you have been waiting to hear from us regarding the events of the past week. It would be an understatement to say that having videos of GTA 6 gameplay leaked in this way has been heartbreaking for our team. And this is obviously not how we intended for you to see the game after all this time. We are very sorry that everything has taken as long as it has, from getting the game finished, nearly there, to sharing more details to and official gameplay, and providing the community with everything you want to know. Very excited for everyone to see the extended look tomorrow, which is today. It has taken longer than we wanted it to get it ready, but as with everything we do, we know we need to exceed your expectations, and we are determined to deliver at the level you expect and deserve. While it is unfortunate that the intended game experience may now be impacted by some spoilers, we hope that everyone will wait a bit longer to experience the game for themselves on November 19th. Want to thank everyone in the community who has reached out with messages of support this past week. Your words have meant more to this team than you can imagine. Ultimately, we are making this game for you, and without you, we cannot have the privilege of making games. That's bullshit. We look forward to sharing more with you soon, which is today. And it's just a whole PR thing.
Yeah.
Which I agree with this whole Cyberlink thing, which is a part of their marketing scheme stuff, just to hype everybody up.
Yeah, and then they put out a sorry letter.
Yeah.
Yeah, that the part that particularly got me is, and this is obviously not how we intended for y'all to see. No, that's bullshit.
Yeah.
I don't know. I could be wrong, but I don't think that. I think it's all just bullshit. It's marketing.
Yeah, and
Um,
plus, if they were sorry, they wouldn't have released a pre-order for like $80s and $100 for like a few months back. Because I think they made the digital, they made the game pre-order. I think it was a month ago, and they have you choice between $80 and $100, and then one side has the normal game with like the $100 side has like all the bonus content inside, which is pretty stupid. So I don't know why you're apologizing when you put out a pre-order for a game that's not even out yet or close to being out yet.
yeah,
It would have made sense to have it a month before it came out, which would have been October instead of July. Which yeah,
exactly. So now you put that shit out there right when somebody leaks the game. Now you're starting to put in pre-orders. Nah, that doesn't make sense. You leaked the game first and said that it was all bullshit, and then because it gets you more traction. You can leak the game yourself. Like show people the game, and everybody's like, oh, that's cool and all that. But then you have something mysterious behind it. Oh, we got a hacker. Look at this guy. He fucking stole. And then you got everybody engaging. You got everybody wants to go straight to YouTube and type in, oh, fuck Cyber League. What's the, like you got everybody like looking into it. You know what I'm saying? It's an inversion. They're averting your eyes from what's really going on and make you look at what's
well,
going on.
plus during that pre-order, they didn't have no gameplay out yet, which today they do. They
So
released
all of a
30
sudden they
minutes.
put out 30 minutes worth of gameplay on Netflix of all places.
Yeah,
They put that
they
shit
want
out.
you to pay. They want you to pay to get an exclusive look at gameplay.
Fucking crazy.
Yeah,
And all after the whole Cyber League thing. Huh.
yeah.
That sounds pretty funky to me. So you're already pissed off about somebody leaking gameplay when you just leaked it yourself. Yeah, no, that something smells fishy like my ex-girlfriend. This don't make sense.
Also heard that they spent $1 billion making the game too.
But it's been 13 years. That's only like a couple million a year.
Well, they made that money because they've been selling those shark cards for GTA 5 online. So all those microtransactions that they made,
Mm-hmm.
all that money, because of people paying for online and paying for stuff inside GTA 5 online.
They're
So
making it dirty to be a gamer.
yeah.
It's really what they're doing. They're making it a dirty fucking thing to be a gamer.
Mm-hmm.
Like right now, it's such a dirty industry.
Yeah, and they're making it digital only.
Yeah, it's so dirty. Like back in the day, it used to be fun. There used to be like you could just go to the store, you could rent freaking games from the store, just go pop it in, and within 5 minutes you're playing your fucking game.
Yeah.
Now it's just a dirty fucking industry. I picked a horrible time to fucking get into games. I'll tell you that shit. And it makes me not want to continue. But the games look so good now. It's like playing a movie and you get to play the main characters. It's kind of cool. But anyway, it because people like it's progressing so much and that it's getting more people like involved in games. It's just it's corrupting. It's getting corrupted so heavily, and that makes me mad that everybody once you get something good.
Well, it's
They
because of the whole pandemic thing. Because people are like always in their house, like well, mainly stuck in their house, and they didn't have anything else to do, so they had a lot more
Yeah.
free time. And what was once a niche hobby like video games became more popular because more people that were in their homes started playing video games more,
Yeah.
and that like skyrocketed the video game business.
Yeah, you have a bunch of
With a lot of people that haven't usually played video games before and starting jumping into it.
Yep. And then you have the people who are famous that started podcasts and like doing like podcasting games, like doing the Twitch things and stuff like that. You got these like influencers who start playing video games online and getting all their little minions and shit to start watching it and playing it too. So it's become such a big scale operation for video games that they're starting to do whatever they can to get their buck out of it. And it's just like the movie industry. You know, the movie industry is doing the same thing.
Well,
Everybody,
that one's different, except
well, not just
with the movie industry and some other game industry with like the whole writing stuff, because with the movie stuff, they were like hiring people that had like no experience writing, and plus they were hiring people based off the color of their skin and their gender instead of hiring people that
yeah,
know
DEI.
yeah, instead of hiring people that know actually what they're doing.
Yeah. They're like,
So
oh, well, we need gay followers. Let's get these gay writers in here. Oh, we need black followers. Let's get these black followers in here. You know,
which is
and
also a bad thing because they're monetizing off of that type of group.
yeah. So you're literally, it's, yeah, it's prejudice. They're using prejudice to sell shit, and you're buying into it.
Yeah, they're using that group as a tool.
Yeah, exactly. That's the reason that I don't believe it. Now I'm not gonna go into it, but like Black History Month and Gay Pride Month and all that shit.
Yeah.
They literally, it's straight and white people using that shit to get money off of black and gay people.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? Now I'm poor. Don't look at me for it. Like I'm not the straight. I'm straight and white, but I ain't one of those people. But
Yeah.
that's like it's just a marketing scheme to get like to exploit. It's exploitation. They're exploiting people. DEI for like games and movies and even other places is exploitation of race, gender, and even religion in a lot of places.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's all they're doing is exploiting people. And the people are too stupid. The gay people and the black, like whatever the communities that are being exploited, the people that are being exploited are literally the people like that are going in so hard on it. You know what I'm saying? Like the people that are like they're getting fooled, they're getting tricked, they're being bamboozled.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just fucking yeah, it's a sad world, but you know, can't do nothing about it, I guess.
Yeah.
Not some of us. If we all get together, we can do something.
Yeah.
Overthrow the movies and make our own fucking movies. Even if it has to be like those shitty 80s movies where you get a little camera and you just run around with your friends and you put ketchup on yourself as blood. You know what I'm saying? Like if we got to go back old school to fucking revolt against the bullshit that's happening right now and making fucking like 2010 graphics games just to, you know what I'm saying? Then fucking we need to do it.
Yeah, so yeah, that's about it for the episode for today.
Pretty feisty one.
Yeah, next episode we'll talk about more of our thoughts on Lanterns on episode 3.
Yep.
Which is gonna, I think, explore more of John Stewart's background again. And Zeus will read more Wolverine comics.
I got like 5 of them, so 5 or 6 I think.
And I'll read more of Justice League. This is the totality. The totality. And I'll give my thoughts on it. I'm like at the very beginning, but it's not that long of a book. It's just the first part out of 5, which the 5th one can get pretty expensive because it's the last one, the final story of what happens, some type of war that's going on. So yeah, we'll talk about that. I'll try and find some anime news because I know there's one about Crunchyroll that just bought out this company called The Right Stuff, which that sold a lot of physical manga and Blu-ray and anime type of physical stuff. And so since Crunchyroll has that, they're actually removing their physical stuff. And so that's something to talk about. And Sony owns Crunchyroll, so which makes sense because Sony is going to be removing production on their physical stuff. So they're going to be removing their physical discs in 2028. So
Bullshit.
yeah, that doesn't always include. I mean, that's not just games, because Sony does also distribute Blu-ray also. They own Blu-ray also. So yeah, so that might go for movies also, and not just video games. So stick to buying physical as much as you can, and weigh out the whole physical versus digital, because I'm not saying digital shouldn't be available. I'm just my own personal opinion. I just think there needs to be an option between the two, instead of removing a option itself. Instead of going all digital, there needs to be a balance between the two.
Yeah.
And there needs to be a physical option and a digital option, not just one option entirely.
Yeah, the fight is now. It's just like a VCR versus DVD. Now VCR is virtually obsolete, and now
Yeah,
they're trying to do the same
VHS.
thing. What VHS?
VHS,
Yeah,
yeah.
VHS is virtually obsolete, and now they're going. It just went straight into DVD. You know, now the DVD is going out, and they're going straight to digital, and so it's just another link in the chain that continues on down the road. So if we can, you know, I mean, I used to love the VHS, so let's not take away the DVD. It
Yeah.
makes it so much easier,
Mm-hmm.
you know. And there's more control. They have more control when it's digital. There is no control when it's DVD. At least
Yeah.
DVD was just changing platforms. Now they're changing a whole, like, yeah. But we'll talk about more of that next month
Yeah.
or next week. We'll get deeper into it.
No, we'll catch you later. Peace.